Hey guys, this is the bad boy, Joey Janela. Even though it may look like I'm at a shopping mall shopping with this little bag, I'm getting lots of gifts and pleasure from being here at StarCast. And I'm living life with lots of regrets, and you're watching Wrestling with Regrets.
No drawn-out, overly verbose intro for this one, kids. It's time for another look at some of the best in wrestling commercials. Let's begin right away with an all-time classic that honestly I'm kind of surprised took me this long to get to.
Wow, Kurt Angle. Keep the change.
Yes, we're talking about the classic pizza outlet commercial that Kurt Angle shot sometime between his gold medal win in the Olympics and his debut in the WWF. When it comes to this time period, you either talk about this or his failed run as a local sportscaster in Pittsburgh. There's really nothing else.
Oh my God!
In this, Kurt has seemingly ordered a pizza for himself in his house, where he's apparently been reading about himself. All of a sudden...
Whoa, what's gotten into this pizza? Hey, come on.
They square off. Tomato drop kicks.
Ah dear, looks like Kurt was hitting the pills a lot sooner than we all thought. Hey, next indie wrestler to scream that out before a diving attack in a match wins a free shirt. Get that on video for proof. It turns out the folks at Pizza Outlet took the piss out of Kurt crying after matches years before The Rock ever did.
Pizza Outlet. The taste that screams fresh.
Oh man, that was beautiful.
Sorry, when I think of fresh, I don't think of an outlet. Elsewhere in the surprisingly diverse world of Pennsylvania pizza chains, here are some more recent ads for Fox's Pizza Den in Willows Creek. I'm guessing the owners are huge wrestling fans. Looks like they bought some ad time during the local Ring of Honor broadcasts at one time, and even had some local wrestlers appear in their spots, like Mandy Leon, Suicide Myers, and a couple of big old dudes named the Bloodbound Warriors.
You really got an all-you-can-eat buffet here!
Yes, sir.
Really? All you can eat?
Yes, sir.
Pizza!
Would you like a piece of my pizza?
Oh, I see someone's a fan of the classic Chef Boyardee ad as well. Staying with food, we move up to the Great White North. Here's another all-time great spot for a Canadian diner chain called Humptys, where Bret Hart's getting ready for a big match.
Think he's ready?
I think he'll crack this guy off.
You can tell this one was dragged to the show by a relative. Whoa, goody! I wasn't planning on sleeping tonight. The Hitman goes one-on-one with giant egg mascot Humpty in a cook-off.
Okay, guys, keep it clean. It's gotta be a ring-a-ding-dong dandy. Nice.
I don't see a separate egg in his hand there. Looks like he's just excreting his own fluids onto the skillet. I just ruined eggs for myself. The commercial's kind of hard to watch if you're a fan of Bret's. It's so misleading. He's so clean and fluid in the ring, I refuse to believe he sucks at anything else, like cooking or working through workplace conflicts in a healthy manner.
You know, Humpty, maybe we should be a tag team.
You're out of here.
Well, sure, but then after a few months, Humpty would just kick your egg out from under your egg. It looks like our old friend Captain Lou's had a run of bad luck lately. The guy's just sitting at home, shilling his wrestling hotline when he's accosted by the village people?
There'll be no more calls for you, Lou. My boys and I are taking you in. Get it, I'm out.
Well, I'm not surprised. Those hotlines always seemed like scams anyway. But can you blame the guy for trying to make a buck? Look what happened to his car.
I'm over here at Stillwater Auto Body at Stillwater Road in Mahopac, New York. Look at my car. An accident, that's right. Doesn't look too good, does it? Well, accidents do happen.
Lou, you drunk bastard. This is why you get the rookies to drive for you. This ad barely even tells you what the hotline actually talks about. They say it's a wrestling hotline, but offers no other information. All we get's an easily distracted Captain Lou screaming at viewers.
I'm telling you, this number's for you. Mom, you raised a great son.
I mean, what kind of stuff do you even hear on this hotline anyway?
You reached the Captain Lou Wrestling Hotline. I'm Captain Lou and I'm talking to you. I feel so good. I feel so fine. You're the man of the hour, the tower of power. Billy. What is it, Ma? Dinner's ready, Lou. I made spaghetti. Ah, Ma, you raised a great kid. And look, your father's home.
Billy.
Oh, boy, Pops, I can't believe it's you. You went out to grab smokes 40 years ago and I haven't seen you since.
For our next chapter, I want to set the tone. WrestleMania, showcase of the immortals, where stars become legends and they risk it all to win it all. Honor, pride, championships, and endorsement deals.
Yo, Japanese people, what's the deal with your nasty hair? Yakamoshi Shampoo.
One of the lamest justifications for a Mania match in history took place in 2002 when Booker T and Edge were fighting over the starring role in a fictional Japanese shampoo commercial.
It is my honor to name you our new spokesman.
All right. Oh, we're gonna sell some shampoo, baby. That's good stuff.
The idea sounds silly, but shooting commercials in Japan can be great. Just ask Hulk Hogan or Abdul the Butcher. That dude starred in commercials for a lemon drink, turned into a Terry Gilliam animation in a spot for an air conditioner, and did whatever the hell this is. Anyway, that Booker T and Edge feud, that was over a fake shampoo commercial. Now these are real wrestling shampoo commercials.
I won't back down from anything, because I'm headstrong. Look out, because the man's coming around.
Earlier this year, we saw this one for Head & Shoulders starring Becky Lynch, but honestly, this one does nothing for me. I need big hair. Bigger. The biggest hair you can possibly find.
Thicker, thicker, thicker and fuller. Body, body, body and bounce.
Here we go, a marketing match made in heaven as the original ladies of Glow sold Fabergé organic shampoo. They put out a ton of these short ads on Glow TV with everyone shilling for them. And when I mean everyone, I do mean everyone.
The most important parts of my wardrobe are Fabergé organics.
But why spend $1 million to look like $1 million? And who says money can't buy everything? Oh, Roxy, that's rich. So is Fabergé, too.
Don't be a fool. Use Fabergé. Your mama knows best.
If you can't trust a woman in glitter and face paint to talk about your hair, then who can you trust?
It's Coco Smashdown with Hulk Boulder versus Fred and Barney.
Well, I think we all know where Fred got the idea for his wrestling hustle in Stone Age SmackDown. Here we see Fred and Barney going into a handicap match against, Bulk Boulder. Doesn't work for me, brother. Look at these poor bastards. They look so happy, so blissfully unaware they're gonna get their asses kicked by the superior wrestler. Luckily, Bam Bam saves the day because he's been imbued with the powers of Cocoa Pebbles.
Nothing beats smacking down the big chocolatey taste of all those little Pebbles pieces.
Chocolatey.
Folks, do not listen to what that commercial is telling you. Eating a bunch of sugar cereal will not give you the ability to take on a much larger wrestler. I figured that out the hard way.
Get ready to wrestle!
Hey kids, do you lack imagination and have money burning a hole in your pocket? Now you can up your Thumb Wars skills with this WCW electronic Thumb Wars game, a breakthrough in technology that I'm sure someone asked for.
It's new WCW Electronic Thumb Wrestling. Let's get her ready to talk while you do battle.
Holy crap, they got Michael Buffer to provide a clip? I sure hope WCW made their money back on this thing.
Your thumb's going down.
I thought CGI pizza toppings and anthropomorphic egg mascots were creepy enough, but I don't need to see actual, thumb wrestlers. Let's move on, please.
If I have to fold one more box, I'm gonna snap.
Here we go, another classic, the Slim Jim commercials. But didn't I already cover these?
Did you say snap?
Okay, I must be hallucinating because I'm seeing Diesel where Randy Savage should be.
Snap into a Slim Jim!
Wait, that's not a hallucination. They actually replaced Savage with Diesel in this commercial? Did they just copy and paste those shots and hope we wouldn't notice? What a bunch of cheapskates! I mean, points for trying to make it as seamless as possible, I guess. I wouldn't be totally against it if they didn't have Nash also try and do the Macho Man voice.
Need a little excitement? Snap into a Slim Jim!
It's as if they did these separate takes with Diesel as a joke. Then once Savage left for WCW, they all thought, still works. Obligatory transition into what at first seems like another commercial for this review, but in actuality is a real commercial for me to make money. Unless you have ad blocker like some criminal. In past installments, I've talked about Ric Flair appearing in commercials for things like lotteries, scratchets, and energy shots. Now we finally see him in the role he was born to play, a stereotypical sleazy used car salesman. In the commercial for the most generic-sounding dealership chain in history, the scene opens on a sad-looking car lot where a salesman pines for a company award.
The salesman of the month belt.
It hasn't changed hands in over 3 years.
And no one's updated the furniture in about 20.
I just want to touch it. Rub it for good luck.
Hey, to be the man, you gotta beat the man. You should know that by now, brother.
Tired of used car salesmen?
Wait, that message was aimed at the car buyer? The consumer? Sorry, but that is not the vibe I got from that commercial. It seems more like the ad was aimed at people who are car dealers, tired of being held down at crappy lots by old-timers. So basically WCW when Flair was the booker. I thought this was going to be some kind of recruitment ad, but instead it's telling people to buy a car. Maybe I'm reading too much into it or I've spent too much time in actual commercial work, but maybe instead put Flair up with someone playing a potential customer instead of a coworker. Look, if you're going to put Ric Flair on my TV, at least have him endorse something a little more clear-cut, like, I don't know, chewable vitamins?
Tully Blanchard, Arn Anderson, James J. Dillon, Ric Flair, the Four Horsemen. The most powerful name in professional wrestling.
When the Four Horsemen were in their prime, it was as if they had a license to print money. That must explain why Jim Crockett decided to brand a series of caplets and chewable wafers by slapping the Horseman logo on them and calling it a day.
And you are about to discover their most powerful secret. This is the Four Horsemen top performance system of caplets and chewable wafers.
Sure, it's the vitamins that gave them all that stamina in the ring. No sir, not anything you might have been thinking of like some derelict. And let me tell you, nothing will get people to buy up all those pills like witnessing a manic Ric Flair choke a few down on television.
Right there! You wanna know how I do it? Right there!
Yes, kids, for health and nutritional advice, turn to the men who made late-night partying a way of life. The Four Horsemen. All we need is for Lex Luger to show up and they can start selling some fruit-flavored growth gummies to go with it.
But now, hold on a minute there. You're telling me I could have sold my own pilly gimmick? Damn, I could have made a milli off the pilly.
Some surprising news from Big Sur Waterbeds. No down payment.
Okay, when I was a kid, to me, there were 3 super luxurious ways to sleep. Under a giant canopy like Ebenezer Scrooge, on a Craftmatic adjustable bed because you could watch TV in bed and sit up at the same time, the ultimate in comfort, and waterbeds. The height of waterbed mania in America was just before my time, so I feel like I missed out on something big. In my life, I've seen maybe 2 waterbeds in person, so imagine how weird it is to see a commercial for a place in Alabama that exclusively sold them. In case you can't tell, the joke is the juxtaposition of people saying a phrase while a very different voice plays over them, resulting in some knee-slapping results.
No interest for 6 months, mate.
No payment for 6 months, partner.
Cancelled.
Could we make it any easier to buy a waterbed?
No way, Jose.
Big Sur Waterbeds, America's largest.
I love the look on young Vader's face at the end here. Like, why does my voice sound like that? What am I doing trapped in this box? I hope they don't know about that one time I broke a waterbed in Japan. Being a famous wrestler's gotta be crazy, man. Sometimes you know a guy who knows a guy who runs a waterbed store, they call him a favor, and next thing you know, you're shilling for furniture in Huntsville, Alabama, or a moving company in Nashville, Tennessee.
If you happen to be looking for a mover, if you're thinking of changing locations, my friend Mike Porter at A1 Movers is the man to call.
Hey Mike, it's cool you got Jerry Lawler to shoot a commercial on somebody's cell phone, in profile mode no less, but I hope to God that this didn't make the air, like on proper television, because this spot's a joke. Whose idea was it to try and crop out one part of the background and do a poor job with the mask shape? And how about you show us some footage of the movers moving, not just a single still image of your truck? By the way, that's all you see on their Facebook page too. There's the truck. There it is again. Oh, and again. I sure love this truck. Speaking of Lawler, you know him for his wrestling, his mic skills, and his work on commentary, but did you know he's also a savvy businessman?
That's Lawler's Discount Furniture, 1500 North Garvin here in Evansville. Hurry and save!
Ever the smart investor, Jerry's put his name on a few things over the years. I know he owned a burger joint back in the day, and back in 2016, he put his name on a barbecue restaurant, which does have franchising opportunities if you're interested. But I never knew that cheap furniture was a lucrative business venture as well.
See, I bought this furniture store, and my warehouse is way overstocked with first quality name brand furniture that I gotta sell immediately to raise cash fast. So you help me, and I'll help you to the furniture buy of a lifetime.
Whoa, Jerry, it sounds like you're in over your head a little bit. Is there something you're not telling us?
Are you in legal trouble again?
Seeing old furniture store ads like this is great because it explains a lot of the stuff in your grandparents' house. But you know, I'd be a lot more interested in buying from here if the building didn't look condemned. You hate to see small businesses in Memphis look like that. Someone should go in there and clean that city up and turn things around. Someone like Jerry Lawler.
I was raised to believe that one person can make a difference.
In what I can only imagine was done to try and steal Jesse Ventura's thunder and cash in on his local celebrity status, Lawler announced his bid in the 1999 Memphis mayoral race, running against incumbent Willie Harrington and about a dozen other hopefuls. Harrington smoked the competition with more than 45% of the vote, though the King did place third with a little less than 12%. Not bad for a guy who was indicted for attacking a cop at an airport parking lot that same year. But maybe, and only a hunch, but maybe his campaign commercial had something to do with it too?
I'm not a career politician. I won't be slinging mud, making empty promises, or giving out sweetheart deals. And my relatives already have jobs.
Ah yes, a lesson in the ills of nepotism from Brian Christopher's dad.
If you want a safe, clean community with good schools and people that care about one another, remember me, Jerry Lawler for mayor.
Huh?
If you want a safe, clean community with good schools and people that care about one another.
What the hell does he mean, people that care about one another? What's that got to do with being mayor? Is that one of your campaign promises? Are you campaigning on a platform of government-mandated compassion? And if I'm elected your mayor, my promise to you is this. I will fix our city's broken roads. I will improve our school test scores. I will crack down on violent crime. And everyone here will have to compliment one stranger a day. Thank you. Thank you. Anyway, Harrington would go on to be mayor of Memphis for a ludicrous total of 18 years before stepping down in 2009. A special election was held and Lawler ran again, but he did even worse this time, getting only 4% of the vote. Tough break, but maybe he would have done better with voters if he had a more effective way of grabbing their attention.
Oh no! I really hate this part!
Son of a bitch. Would have got my vote.
This is the Four Horsemen top performance system of caplets and chewable wafers, formulated especially for the Four Horsemen to provide peak energy, endurance, and unsurpassed power.
Power Formula 1 and Power Formula 2, the top performance system that has made the Four Horsemen the most fearsome force in professional sports.